Now, COS comments on story play, part take. I don't even want to waste time, bro. Let's see what the comments are talking about. Had you been somebody that lived during that time period, how'd you feel? Right? My friend. Alright, let's get to it, man.
This existential crisis, the reason I cannot keep competing and keep on living. So it's back against the world, seeing all your value once you dealt with all the dirt. Backing up slowly from these diamonds and pearls, quote unquote. Fat lady sings, I see the writing on the walls. Back to the sink.
Alright, straight on top of it, man. Pause. Right, why it sucked to be a citizen in Roman Emperor time, during the Roman Empire times. You know what I mean? I don't have the title in front of me, that's why I kind of tripped up there a little bit. But yeah, the first one made me realize that even being the wet nurse, her life ended better than a lot of people in modern times. Even being a wet nurse. Oh yeah, because the whole wet nurse situation, her baby was taken from her at birth, right? And then because that was the whole journey of a wet nurse, it's like you become a mother, but your motherly energies are not given to your child because your child ends up being taken away. Because you're a wet nurse, you get born as a girl child, you become a wet nurse. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, and then you go on and raise other people's children for like, you know, 18 months to a year or something like that, and then, you know, y'all gotta separate with that kid. Every time you raise a kid up to like maybe a year and a half, something like that, you gotta separate. That was a whole sad journey, you know what I'm saying? But with this particular one right here, you know what I mean, her kid ended up coming back. Her kid was, because, you know, being a wet nurse, it's some slavery stuff, right? But then her kid went on, since her kid was not raised by her, you know, her kid went on to marry, you know, decently, had a decent life, you know, and was financially stable enough to come search back for her mother. Yeah, nah, that her death was kind of, you know, peaceful. It was kind of better. I do agree, man. I do agree. When your kid comes back and, you know, finds you, and at least she was even in her 60s. She had lived a whole life, man. I mean, she was even declining in her career as being a wet nurse. You know what I mean? She was getting older. You know, things like her, you know, her breasts producing things like milk and things like that. You know, all of that just like, it started aging badly, right? Because she was getting older and older. Kids that she was looking after were not growing as healthy as they used to. You know what I mean? So that one, yeah, that one was a pretty deep one, a pretty light-hearted one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was the better one for sure. You should create an Instagram account. I always see other accounts not related to your channel posting them. Later I found your channel by searching up da-da-da. Okay, cool. Make a video for a lower caste person born in old India, ancient India. I mean, we do have ancient Africa. Renard also touched on, I think, ancient Ethiopia, things like that, right? This was perfect for my baby's bath time. She was loving this video. Oh, even kids. I mean, the usage of cartoons, right? The usage of animation. That'll get any kids in kids' attention. It's even, I feel like this channel, Bernard's channel, could be a great channel to like educate kids. You know what I'm saying? You want to pass some important information that you want to program the kids with. Just do it through, you know, Bernard's channel, man. Because the visuals are, you know, they're stimulating to a young audience that may be watching it. This channel is so dire. My dark sense of humor and love for history are both catered for. So, and I'm here for it. Okay, or catered for, and I'm here for it. I think that's, you meant for instead of so. Anyway, anything you say is a terrible opener when you pop into the room like a ghost having just risen from the dead. The only part I don't like about this video, apart from the last one, no examples was from a Roman citizen, just people living inside the Roman Empire. Kind of bland, dry comments, right? I don't know. I have to say it again. I love what you did with the Jesus and the 13th disciple story. Oh yeah, I didn't cry. I just stared at a sack of onions. Great work. Yeah, you didn't cry, you just stared at a sack of onions. You literally was the 13th disciple. Before this video, I never even knew that Jesus had 13 disciples. Thank you, Bernard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the viewer, me and you, we was the 13th disciple. I never knew this. Don't look at me like that, bro. I never knew it too. I'm 2 years old knowing that shit. Homie apparently had 13. Jeez. By a commercial advertising a tax preparation service. Okay. Just to make it clear, Jesus doesn't speak in parables to his disciples. He actually explained the story to them. Yeah. Yeah, well, because even his disciples would be mad confused. They'd be like, yo, dude, what do you mean by this and that, right? Then he'd have to, like, come through and explain the thing for them. Yeah. Slow. Little slow disciples, bro. It is what it is, though. The episode is titled Citizen of Rome, but citizens were a class above freed slaves. Oh, so citizen was a class above freed slaves. Okay. And then slaves were like the bottom of the barrel type class. Please never stop making these videos. I just found you today and your videos are bringing me so much comfort after such a long day, which I have every single day. For the first time in a long time, I'm comforted. Nice one, Bernard. It's nice, man. Bro, you have videos all over Facebook and Insta. Is that all your account or someone is using your content? If yes, you should give a copyright claim. Damn, this is not the first comment I hear about this, you know, Bernard's content making them rounds on IG and stuff. Or maybe they're probably clipping his stuff, right? And making it go crazy on the other social platforms. In the first story, the wet nurse story, the wet nurse is 62 and you say the daughter is in her 30s. That doesn't work. You would have had her daughter as a teenager. I think I did also see that, you know. I wanted to quickly make the you know, a calculation about the age gap, because they did say, when did she have her kid? I think at 14, somewhere around there, like 15. That's what it said at the beginning. But then when her daughter came through, the daughter was in her 30s while she was 62. The daughter should have been in her 40s if she was 62 then. Maybe 50s. I don't need. No, not 50s. Damn, that would have been. That means she would have had her daughter at 12 years old. That's crazy, right? She would have had her daughter as a teenager, so she would have been in her 40s. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she would have been in her 40s. It's just something that bugged me because I'm a weirdo. Lol. I absolutely love these vids. I've seen every one. No, you're OCD. I get it. I get it. All the details must line up, must be consistent and everything like that. I did think about that. I was like, yo, nah. You know, if the wet nurse is in her 60s and the daughter is in her 30s, when did she have the daughter? Right? In her 30s? No. As a teenager, you feel me? God damn it. I think we all have to agree that almost or all of the old empires committed war crimes. Ottomans, Hellenics, Hellenics,